Well, it has to, and as Mike knows, only the catcher and the pitcher are in on every play. There's no downtime. And since the pitchers usually change these days, he's playing on every play and he's up and down all the time. And he has to make all those unnecessary throws back to the pitcher after every pitch. And you obviously don't want to just flip the ball with your arm all the time because you could probably overuse that. So you make a little bit of a proper throw. So there's no question that from a catching point of view, you can't cheat. He's got to be there. And always have felt that throwing a runner out at second is one of the hardest plays of the game, or fielding kind of a little pseudo bunt in front of the plate where you got to jump up and run. You can't think to protect yourself on those. There's some plays, particularly if you're running the bases, where you can say, oh, I better be careful how I do that. But those are reaction plays. So I think a catcher really has to be 100% healed from this before he can recover from it, let alone it affects your hitting. And, the statistics have come up that Adley has one of the slower bats in the league. He's not a fast bat guy. So unlike a Jim Rice or a Colton Cowser, who has these big, strong wrists, if you watch Cowser, he almost kind of flips the ball when it jumps off the bat. He's got to really torque his body on it, and he can't cheat like some of the great hitters who have those fast wrists. So again, if you look at the violence of the swings, he kind of reminds me of Harper, who also I thought would get into core troubles because he swings so violently. And Adley has a pretty violent swing. So I think that both as a catcher position player and as a hitter who hits like that, he's going to have to be 100% before he comes back. And again, if he comes back just a little too early, those check swings can really bite you when you have oblique strains. You just react, and it can set you back a bit.